Alright guys, I've got my popcorn and I'm ready for the Avengers. But since it doesn't come out for a couple of days, I'm just going to review the TV show.
The laser is 'cause I like sci-fi. The dude is 'cause I am a rat guy. 99 is 'cause I like Wayne Gretzky. That's why I'm lazy 99. I am a Batman fan, and I'm a Canadian man. I do top 10 lists, and I eat ketchup chips. Oh, it's crazy time, and we're gonna do a review. Yes, we're gonna review and talk about movies and comics too. Let's all go watch the review.
So, The Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, was an animated TV show that's been around for a little bit. I'm going to review it. So, just to let you know, guys, even though the clips I will be showing will only be from the first volume, because they haven't released the second volume out yet, at the very least I don't own it, I'm going to be reviewing the whole show as it is now. So, The Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, when I first saw trailers of it, I was a little like, eh. Mostly because, first of all, in the trailer that I saw, they were going after this guy called Krang. And me not being a humongous Marvel fan, didn't know who that was. Well, it's going to be like a Brave and the Bold. You know, they're all just going to get over here. Stop! We will defeat you! You will not wake away with the money! Sort of thing, you know, that I thought it was going to be a more lighthearted, cheesy stuff, not that they were going to actually do any actual stories, but of course I saw it, and this is a very well done animated show. Bravo, guys, because this was done really well. The first few episodes of The Avengers is mostly just, each of the Avengers has an individual episode just about them. So Iron Man has an episode just about Iron Man, Thor has an episode just about Thor, Captain America, and so on and so forth. All of an episode just dedicated to themselves, so we get to see the characters by themselves on their own characters. And then we get the event that puts them together. Now, the thing that I like about the event in here that puts them together is it's not just one little thing, they team up, fight crime, and then they join together. It's a big event. In this place, there's 4 major prisons where they keep all of the prisons. Each one of them is designed for different things. One of them is just a prison where you keep super criminals. One of them is the higher up super criminals, the bigger ones. And another one of them is just for gamma radiation villains that give off or were created by or give off extreme radiation. And then there's one that is a super secret prison where the biggest of the biggest bad guys go. And you see, one day, something happens, and every single prison gets opened. All the doors get open. Every single criminal that they've housed gets set free. Every single one. So, the big down below the dock prison, the big prison down below, every big major criminal gets set free, and it's a mess. Each of these individual Avengers go against this one guy called Gravitron, because he's this big guy, humongously powerful guy who's can control gravity with a thought, and so it takes all of the Avengers to bring him down.
You are nothing compared to me! I'm stronger than all of you! I'm the strongest one there is! You sure about that?
First Thor starts fighting them, then Iron Man helps them, then Wasp, then Giant Man, and then the Hulk. And then after that event, they decide to band together as a team in order to bring all these criminals back to justice and take them back to jail.
One-on-one, we can each take down a villain or two, but 74, none of us can do it alone. Together, we have a chance. What we did here, it can change things. The world needs us, but not as shield agents. As a team, on our own. Together, we can avenge the wrongs caused by all these villains.
We can be Avengers.
Good name.
So I like that. It's not just one event that brings them together. It's this huge thing, and there's still tons of criminals out there, so there's a reason for them to stay together.
I'm gonna have to ask you to put down the money and surrender, or else you will be beat up.
Wasp? You think I'm scared of you? I'll tear those wings off in an hour. It doesn't matter. I can take both of them. I surrender! I surrender!
Well, that was easy.
Verily, he brings shame to all monkeys with his cowardice. What say you, Iron Man?
I say one down, 73 to go.
I also like that they made Wasp and Ant-Man interesting. Okay, let me just say, guys, for other stuff I've seen about Wasp and Ant-Man in comics and in other animated movies, I've been really bored with their characters. I've been like, oh, whoop-de-doo. There's nothing. Wasp never gave me anything to grab onto her character that made her really interesting. And Ant-Man was either a humongous jerk, or he was, just all science stuff and, not that interested. But in here it's a little different. I like that they made him really a pacifist. He really doesn't want to fight. In almost every fight, he's like, really, do we have to do this?
Gentlemen, nobody wants to talk things out anymore. Disappointing. Well, we'll do things the hard way then.
What happened? Where'd he go?
It doesn't matter. I have the sample. Let's go.
Fine. Boom! He throws down when he needs to, but he really doesn't want to fight. He's a scientist at heart, and he really wants to be that. But, he has this power, and he's willing to use it to help other people. I really like that. And Wasp, they made her really funny and interesting. Since there wasn't much of her character for me to grab onto, they made her really funny and really energetic. And I like that about her.
So, tell me the truth. Your boss, he freaks you out, right? Yeah. Look at him. Why would somebody do that?
And so, yeah, I just really liked their characters, and I've never liked them in comics as much as I like them in this show. The voice acting in this show is very well done, all around. Iron Man sounds exactly like Robert Downey Jr. Captain America sounds a heroic voice, Each one of these characters has a very good voice, and a lot of these are voices from other animated TV shows. There's a villain in the show called The Leader, who I'm pretty sure was voiced by the same guy who voiced the Question in the Justice League animated show. So there's lots of voices that have been in other TV shows, but the one that I found so interesting and so cool was Bucky. And you might ask, well, what's so cool about Bucky? Is the fact that the guy that they got to voice Bucky is the guy that voices Robin in the Teen Titans TV show. Okay, when it comes to sidekicks in the comic book world, Robin and Bucky are the two biggest ones. And so I was just like, oh, that is awesome. Same guy playing both sidekicks. That's awesome. Okay, so, yep. That's just a little thing that I found interesting. One other thing that this show does well is it also makes sure that we know that there are individuals that are involved with these characters outside of the event. Like Iron Man with Pepper Potts, or Jane Foster with Thor. it would take too long to develop all the supporting cast for all the characters of the Avengers and still get story in there. But at the very least, they show that they're there and that other people who know comics would say, oh, I know who that is. You know, stuff like that. If I had any kind of major complaints about this show, there's one episode that I hate. It's the one with Wonder Man, I think it is. The guy that it's made up of energy. The show starts with him saying to Tony Stark, look, I don't want you to take over my company. It's all I have. And Tony Stark's like, oh, I already took it over. He's like, what? That's all I have. Oh, that's it. And he runs away from the room. And then Stark's like, wait, what? Oh, I wanted you to continue your work. I wanted you to do everything you were doing. That's why I bought your company. But he left the room, and so in his rage, he gets his superpowers and becomes a supervillain so he can get revenge on Tony Stark. I just thought, like, okay, what? It was just a misunderstanding that drove him to be a supervillain, or just to get these superpowers? Dumb. That's pretty dumb. I mean, you know, like, I don't find that interesting. If Tony Stark said, oh, no, I'm gonna buy your stuff so you can do your work more and better. Whoa, okay. You know, that would have been fine, right? But instead, he becomes a supervillain because Tony Stark didn't say it. I find that odd that he would buy out a company without sharing his motivations of what he was going to do with the company. You know, that just stuff like that. I didn't like that episode at all. But, you know, that's the only episode that really stood out that was bad for me. But besides that, the only other thing that I kind of find annoying is how quickly they offer membership to the Avengers. Captain America comes in, first episode, now he's part of the Avengers. And then Black Panther becomes a part of the Avengers, and this is how.
You attacked us, you used us, you abandoned us. Now you want to join us? Why should we trust you?
You shouldn't. I will earn your trust. Should you allow me to join you?
He's probably our best bet for a ride home, too.
You're in.
You know, that's kind of... oh, he's our only ride back. Well, welcome to the team. You know, it's a little too quickly that they offer membership to this, like, team of superheroes. Fortunately, none of them are traitors. The show is also very humorous. It has a great tone to its humor, and each of the characters can get some funny lines.
Well, thank you for actually being on time. Unlike the others.
Ho, Miss Potts! And Hulk. 'Tis good to see you again. Are you ready for the upcoming battles?
You ready to get a watch?
Even, you know, especially even Thor. Thor, who, you know, being an Asgardian god, you know, you know, him being there into nowadays times in our modern world, he can be a little like, what on earth? The house speaks? Or, you know, something like that. And, you know, his you know, medieval mood in this modern age is really refreshing. I really liked how they did Thor here. I really like how they did all the characters here. I really like how they did Hulk. Because one thing that there's the big fight going on with the Gravitron guy, and that's going on, and then just Bruce Banner sees it on television. No, Hulk sees it on television, and then Bruce Banner says, "Look, if you help these guys, they'll see that you're not just a monster." I like how Bruce Banner really wants to make the Hulk not just a monster. He really wants him to be a hero, and it's really a Jekyll-Hyde relationship there. He's like, if you do this, you can prove that that you aren't a monster. And I love Hulk's reaction because he says, "Fine, I'll do it, but under one condition. If I do this, I stay the Hulk. No more Bruce Banner." That is something that, you know, it's a little unnerving, because now what, you're denying him his own existence. He can't do anything in his own. All he can do is view from the window. I don't know, that seems something that's both a little menacing, but, you know, it's you know, I don't know, I just like that. I guess since I'm talking about all the other characters, I should just continue on. I like how they do Captain America in here too. It starts off with a little, you know, like when we see his episode, starts a little like old 60s style. I like the way they do it. And when he comes up, so yeah, I like his voice. He's well acted. You know, he's good. Tony Stark, as I said, is the guy who did it almost imitation of Robert Downey Jr. And hey, it's pretty good because of that. Because it's a good performance and it's nice voice acting. Black Panther, I think, is good. You know, he doesn't have a whole lot of lines, but I think that's part of his character. He doesn't really speak a whole lot.
If the leader truly is as brilliant as Samson says, then this is no doubt a trap. He would be prepared for S.H.I.E.L.D. at the very least, and the Hulk at the very most.
I forgot you talked.
Hawkeye's done well on here. I don't even really need to go into everything. Just every character's done really well and handled with care. As the show went on, the characters progressed and they became stronger, the stakes became higher, the storytelling got better, and it's just a really good show. If you haven't checked out Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, you're really missing out on something really special. I mean, would I say it's better than like Spectacular Spider-Man? I don't know about that, but I probably would say it's better than Wolverine and the X-Men, maybe. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I'm not doing a top 10 animated superhero TV shows list again yet. Maybe soon. I don't know. Yeah. And let's not forget, this show has one of the coolest intros.
Our world's about to break, tormented and upset, lost from when we wake, there's no way to go back. I've been standing on my own, but now I'm not alone.
I mean, listen to that song. That is cool. That is a nice song. Always we will stand as one till the battle's won. With evil none. Anywho, and all that. No, it's a really nice song. A really good, cool song to the show. All in all, Avengers, great show. It has good voice acting, good animation, great stories, great interactions between characters, good dialogue. Great villains. I love how it brings up, not all of these villains are the big villains that everyone's heard of. I love how it brings up some of the lower key villains that are big to the individuals but not big to the viewing audience, you know? Like a Hulk fan would know who the leader is. I wouldn't. I'm not really a Hulk fan, but I see this and I know who he is now. So, guys, as I say, Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, great show. I think that if you haven't picked it up or if you haven't watched any of it yet, now would be no better time with the Avengers coming out really soon. So all in all, I guess I'm going to have to give the Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes an 8.5 out of 10. A really fun show and a really great animations and really good stories with it. What more can I say? So, remember guys, I'm LazyDude99. If I don't like it, it's not worth it. See you around. And be sure to stick around for when I review the Avengers movie. It's coming out soon. Adios. Be sure to check out more of my other videos on my channel. And wait for more coming soon.